Hello everyone, it is Sue here. Welcome to my channel. So, today I'm going to do a mini slow stitch project with all of you. And I don't know if we'll get it done today. It might take 2 videos, but that's okay. I'm not in any rush. So, okay, so let me catch you up on something first before we start this project. Look at this. So yesterday, I just felt like stitching, right? And let me move this up a little bit. And I've had this, like, it must be some sort of a feed sack. It's like a heavy canvas. I don't know. Or it was just made to look that way. I don't know. And so I've had that for a long time. And I've also had this piece of fabric for a long time. And I kind of had them together, probably for years, a few years, you know, because I knew I wanted to use them together. Even though the blues don't necessarily match, you know me, I don't care. So yesterday I'm like, you know what? I am going to sew this. It's going to be easy. And it was easy. It took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to do this whole thing. And I love it. So let me share with you. So the sides are just sewn together. But first I had sewn everything onto this pouch, right? So I have a couple pieces of, this is from a hanky that I cut out, and a little bit of lace there, more lace here, lace over here. I put some trim up here, so this is on the edge of the pouch. I put nothing inside of the pouch, no liner, because, well, I like it. It's a beautiful canvas color. It's gorgeous. So yeah, you can definitely see some stitching inside, and I like it. And so then this piece obviously comes over the top. I sewed this piece of lacy whatever on, as well as this. It's 2 different pieces. And I thought it made it look like a cute little flap, so to speak. And then the back, I did need to sew this down onto this. And so I decided to put another piece of that trim. So that's the same trim that's right here. And I sewed it down. So now this isn't like flopping all over the place. And then to sew at the bottom of this piece, I put another piece of trim there. So that's it. So now I have this really, really, really cute little pouch. And yeah, so that's gonna go in my pile. Not that I have a big pile, because I use most of what I make. But I do have some things that I'm not using that I made, and this will go into that pile. So that was just a lot of fun, you know, just something just to keep me busy stitching. Okay, so I need to make another pouch, a small pouch, similar to this size. So what is this size? It is, now there's stuff in it, so this is not going to be fully accurate, but it's about 4 inches or 10.5 centimeters, probably by the same. Yeah, it's pretty much square. So it's basically 4 inches by 4 inches, you know, and I use this, these things, I don't think I ever showed you. These, let me make sure I grab the right ones. 1, 2, 3, this one right here. So these are from my friend. These are either from her her mother or her great grandmother. It's the friend that sent me this needle pouch, which is well loved, well used. And I know I've shown you this before, but like, look at the beautiful stitching that whoever made this, I mean, this is well loved, and I love it because it's well loved. And so that friend had actually sent me these threads. And so they are definitely vintage. I mean, she's in her mid-60s, my friend. So her mother is, what, 80, 90 years old, right? And then her great-grandmother, I mean, you know, that's like really old. But, you know, she had sent me these scissors from her mother. Yeah, so anyway, so I don't know how I got onto that. But I do have these in here with my other favorite threads, my linen threads. And these, some of these from my friend are cotton. Yeah, there's acrylic, there's all different kinds from her. But anyway, so I have these threads as well, which I do love to use. I like to keep like one of these in my bag that comes with me when I go to sew in my living room, and the other one sits here because they're basically, I want to say, kind of like the same thing, kind of, sort of. Like as long as I have one of these with me, I know that I'm pretty much covered as far as having threads to use. So that's all I want this pouch for, is that those little these little spools of thread. So the first thing that I do is I will go through this bin. I just have a bin. I think this is from maybe Hobby Lobby. And in here, I just throw all kinds of, like this is a piece of, I don't know, probably embroidered fabric that I use the embroidery part of it. Linen napkin, and I have all different kinds of size pieces in here because I use them. I use all these. So if I need like some batting, but not a big piece, I know I can come right here and yeah, I can grab little pieces that are in this like neutral ecru white colors. Oh, look at this. I have this already. I forgot I had this in here. Hey, maybe we'll use this. I remember cutting this a while back, so I have the batting and fabric. That would work. I think I'm going to use this. But anyway, so I have all different things in here that I can use for the base of whatever it is I'm going to sew. So this is like a huge cotton table runner, which is really good. This is just some muslin. Yeah, so that's what I keep in here. So I think I will use this that's already cut. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, let me get rid of that bin. So this is not square, and it is, what did I do with the ruler? Where did I put it? You guys saw me put it somewhere. Because I don't see it. I can't, oh, here it is. Okay, so the size of this is 5.5, almost 5.5, or almost 14 centimeters by, now this is folded in half, by 3.25 inches, like almost 8.5 centimeters. Yeah, so that's that size. So basically just over 3 inches by just over 5 inches. So 3 by 5. Okay, so The batting is here. What I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I don't know what fabric this is. I don't know. Who knows? But I decided I wanted to do something blue because I never use blue. When is like the last time you saw me use blue fabric? Right? I just don't. But so I decided I'm going to. So, all right, I have just a few pieces of fabric that I have pulled out. This was probably my main. This is kind of what pulled the whole thing together. So, and I kind of have, like, I don't have any major plans, but I do have, you know, an idea in my head. So I think I'm going to put this down as the base. Like, well, let me cut it. Let me cut it. Oh, this is pretty. It leaves like such a gorgeous piece of fabric, right? That'll go into my scrap bin, which is overflowing at the moment. All right, let me turn my iron on because you guys know I like to iron. And so that's going to go. See, this is the bottom, the very bottom of it is right here. Now, something else I need to think about. See, this one, it does not have any cover whatsoever. And I like that. And I want it to be the same for this. So I'm not worried about having something to go over the top of it to close it. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I mean, unless in the end I decide to do something like that, which is always a possibility, but not at the moment. Okay, so we have that. All right, because I'm thinking I just want a little bit of like blocking going on. Like I don't want it to be super busy. I don't want to have to sew too much. So we're just going to play around with just a few pieces. Something like that. And then on this side, this is a curtain, I can tell by the top of it, the way it's sewn. But let's go ahead and grab some of this. Oh, that tore easily. I expected it not to even tear, but it tore beautifully. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what size I need. Wow, that tears really easily. All right, so maybe I'll do, I don't know, just to have it different. Maybe I'll do something like this. So that can go like that. And let me see, let me pull this down a little bit. Let me zoom in just a tad. Okay. And then I can take a piece of this. Oops, there's two pieces here. And let's get another little square going here. All I need is a little square. Like that. I don't like the, I know a lot of people like when pinking shears are used for the edges. I personally do not. Surprise, surprise. I want the fraying. I don't like that it looks so, I don't know, neat and organized, right? Now I have a mess. I made a mess, imagine that. Okay, so this should be good. So let's see, can I put that under? Well, I could. Well, do I want to? Let's see. So if that goes there, That goes there. That goes there. I'm liking that. So then let's see. I think I'm going to make this smaller. I don't really want those to be the same size though, like they are right now. But I'm gonna kind of go with that. I'm gonna go with the flow. So then over here, well, I have this awesome little piece. Don't know if I can use that. Maybe I'll bring a little piece of the polka dot onto this side as well. But I really don't want them to be the same length. I don't like that. So like something like that I like. All right, I like that. I don't really like that that's, I mean, I could do something different here. So let me think about this for a minute. If I move that over there, that goes there. And then we can put this here. All right. And this can go here, underneath, like that. I think I kind of like that. I mean, this piece of fabric is not straight, which is fine. Because I have this, which I wanted to put on here. It's just a very pale, lacy trim. So I'll probably put that around the top. So now, I don't want to leave it just like this, right? So I'm gonna look in a couple of bins here. And let's see, what do I have? What is this that's blue? So let's see if, see, this was already cut. So can I pull some of this in? Oh, that tore nicely. Or maybe even this could go. Oh, I like that on the top once it's sewn, like, yeah, well, not once it's sewn. I do like that. Oh, I like that a lot, actually. But then I'm losing this whole piece of fabric right here. So it might be better on that side. But then what am I going to put on this side? I can't just leave it. Well, I could. All right, I'm going to just try something here. Let's cut this out. All right. And let's just see if there's any way I could use this. Well, I can, because I could do that. So I'm thinking, which means that I'm not going to use this, which isn't terrible. But when I look at it like this, I kind of like that better. Or just have everything on top. So many decisions, right? You just got to try things out. I kind of like that and have that there. So that would be one side. And this would be the other side, like that. And that would go there. I like it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, where's my pins? And so I'm gonna need, oh, well, there's one other thing, like, okay, let me pin these on. And then I want to put a lining in here. So we're going to look at that as well. Yep. Can you guys hear the airplane going over my head or over my house? Oh my gosh. Yeah, airplanes around me are very low in the sky, which I think I've said to you all before, because I live near a lot of airports. So Newark International, the local Morristown Airport, Caldwell Airport, Teterboro, the airports in New York. Yeah, you name it, and I live near them. Okay, so that's what it would look like. So I like that. It's definitely not straight. And I like that. Okay, so now I need fabric on the inside. So maybe I'll just use this, since this is a nice big piece. And so let's measure this. It feels so good to use the fabric that has just been here for forever. All right, I'm just gonna iron this. And then we're gonna sew. I do feel like I need maybe a doily on here somewhere. So I don't think we're done layering yet. See, I thought I was ready to sew, but I don't think so anymore. So, okay, so let me turn this off. I always worry, like I always check my iron. I can't tell you how many times before, like, I go to bed at night and everything, because I just want to make sure that it's off. Okay, so that looks good. And so that we're just gonna hold on like that, and that will hold on like that. Now I'm thinking all of this is gonna sew at the same time when I sewed the sides. So that's how easy I'm making this. We do have to put something, well, do we? Because this doesn't. I was gonna say we have to put something over the top, but this doesn't have anything over the top. And it's all fraying, and I love that. Okay, so let's kind of look real quick at the doilies. Let me move some of this stuff. So, could I put a doily on here? Well, I definitely could. This was one of my favorite pieces of all time. I think this is the last piece. It came from a big doily. Do I have any blue? I have blue flowers. I know I threw these rosettes in here because I found so many of them. I wanted to have them everywhere. To remember to use them. I have Battenberg. I have little circles. A smaller piece of Battenberg. Okay, that's more than enough. Okay, so let's see if any of these are gonna work. So, this is my favorite. So like I could actually put this. Now, of course, I'm covering up fabric. I can actually just put it like that. Like, I don't know that, I don't think I would put a piece on that side. So it would have to fit here. Well, that, I think I like that better because I can see the fabric underneath with that. I like that. Piece of Battenberg, which this here is almost like Battenberg. I like that as well. I think this has more of the feel of this whole thing. And this was a bigger piece of Battenberg. Let me iron this. My iron is still hot. Okay, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna definitely use this. I'm gonna go something like that. Right? I think that's cute. What do you think? I think it's cute. Okay, so this piece is falling down. Let me get this on here, right? That's gonna go there. All right, let me pin this. And we'll pin this. I think I'm gonna sew this and the top on first. Oh, come on. Right, because I have this blue, this light blue piece to sew on. So I'm gonna start on this side. All right, so now, what thread to use? Well, I have two blue threads in the thread that's going to go in here. I think I'm going to go with the dark blue. And let me grab a needle. And my threader, which is where? Who the heck knows? Now, I did straighten my room, believe it or not. I did. Yeah. I don't see my threader anywhere. Let me go grab my bag. That goes into the living room with me. Because I know there's one in here, and I know there's one on this desk. But I don't see it. I'll find it afterwards. So let me see. So I'm at 28 minutes already. You know what? I think I'm going to come back and do a second video of stitching this whole thing together. So we'll finish this in another video. Yeah, because I don't want the video to get too long as usual. I don't want them too long. Now, yeah. So we're going to come back in another slow stitch mini project video and get this totally done. So all of this took us a half an hour. Easy peasy. And it's going to take, I don't know, a half an hour to sew. So in an hour, we're going to have a cute little pouch to use. So I'm gonna end this video here for today. Let me know if you have any questions. And look at this, I have threads sticking to me everywhere. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope that you have a wonderfully blessed weekend. All right, God bless. Bye-bye.